Alright, I've decided that I'm just gonna go for it. I'm thinking, should I do like a grand entrance? Okay. Hi guys, what's up? It is Casey Molina here, and I'm back with another video. Yesterday I was editing some stuff on my YouTube channel, and I saw that my last channel was 6 months ago, which is crazy. But so much has happened in that 6 months, and I guess we'll get into it in this video. First, I know I look like I'm being swallowed by this sweater, but it's 38 degrees outside and I'm cold, so it's doing the job. This video is going to be 10 things I learned from traveling. I never talked about this in any of my videos, but, well, earlier in the year, I did talk about this. Earlier in the year, I went to the Dominican Republic on a service trip, and that kind of inspired me to go abroad again. So I just spent the whole last semester in Europe and Africa, and it was crazy. I can't even believe that I blinked and the time has passed, and I'm sitting here now making this video. Time has gone by so fast, and I just looked at my last video from 6 months ago and I was like, oh my god, that video feels like yesterday. But anyways, I wanted to make this video because I learned so much these past 3 months just about myself and about traveling, about other people, and just about the world, and it's been amazing, and I want to share that with you guys. And we're going to start with number 1. So the first thing I learned while traveling is just to embrace the unexpected. There were so many times that I was traveling that things did not go as planned, and you know, the best experiences come from that. I wrote about this on my Facebook and when it happened, but my very first weekend, we got to Switzerland, and our home base was kind of Switzerland, and we traveled from Switzerland on the weekends. But in Switzerland, we booked our flights to Spain, we went to Spain. We decided last minute to go to a Barcelona game, soccer game, football game, and we were there, and I was like, guys, we gotta get out of here before, before the big rush of people. So I felt so bad, but I rushed to sleep at the exact time that we left. And I'm not saying it's my fault, but I feel like semi-responsible. But anyways, we ended up getting on a metro. These guys happened to be on the metro. They pushed through us, all of our friends, and they ended up pickpocketing people on the train, one of which was one of my good friends on the trip, and she got her phone stolen by these people, and we literally ended up running a mile through Barcelona. And I speak Spanish, and it's like good enough for me to get my point across. I'm not gonna say I'm fluent, but we just like ran down the street like asking where the police station was, and then we got there, and I was like translating everyone's like robberies from the same people in the police station, and it was just a crazy hectic experience. But all of the people I was traveling with, we got so close that night, just like through this experience, and you know, we left the next day, but honestly, it was a crazy weekend, and I think there are ups and downs, but it really just taught me to just embrace everything about travel, because things are not going to go right, and there's so many things out of your control that can go wrong, and if you're just like uptight about everything, you're not going to have a good time traveling. Number 2. This is probably my favorite one, and I don't know why I put it at the beginning of my list, because I might talk for a while about it. Also, just a disclaimer, I feel like this video is going to be really long just because I haven't made a video in so long, and I just have so much to say. So number 2 is travelers are some of the friendliest people you will ever meet. This is not to say that you should go off with a random traveler, like when they tell you to go into a back alley behind their favorite bar in a sketchy part of town. It just, I mean like meeting people, like don't be afraid to engage people and say hi, like how are you, what's your name, where are you from, and just like start talking to them. One of my favorite weekends was when I went to Oktoberfest in Germany. And we were in Munich all weekend, and we stayed at this camp that literally is like out of the Goblet of Fire, like Harry Potter. It's like a little campsite. Literally, there's like tents with bunk beds inside of them. It was amazing. I was in heaven. And the people there are just so nice. They're like gathered around the campfire, like singing with a guitar, just like sharing stories. And I met people from Ireland, people from France, New Zealand, all these amazing places that just like shared their stories with me and just genuinely wanted to get to know me and just like introduce me to their friends. So number 3 is kind of a package of things, because while I was gone, I wrote journals every weekend. So this is, I have to look at this. That was my phone, but it's okay. Anyways, yeah, so it's kind of a package of things because I wrote it all in one weekend. Like, these were all things that I realized in one weekend, so I'm just going to put them together. Okay, so the first one is just realizing that no matter where you go, no matter who you interact with, just realizing like you are not better than or less than anybody else, and you're worthy of anything, of love, of friendship, of human interaction and connection, of exactly what you want out of this life. You're worthy of it all. The other thing is just like, you have the power to choose your best and worst days. I had so many people comment on my Instagram pictures like telling me how amazing my travels looked and my adventures, and they were really amazing, but also too, like, it's social media. People don't always see what's going on behind the scenes. They don't see the fact that there might be drama going on in the house that day, or you might have gotten annoyed with your roommate, or you might have bombed a quiz in class that day. There's so many things that are always going on when you're studying abroad, and it's easy to portray like happiness in a picture, and I don't think I ever like took a picture I was faking it. We went to so many cool places and I was amazed all the time. But also it's complicated, and when you're traveling, you do have the ability to choose if you want to be happy in that moment, or if you want to let what's going on, like what went on with your week, arguments that you might have had, just like bad experiences with traveling, like you choose whether you let that stuff affect you. Another thing is stand up for yourself no matter what, especially when you're traveling. You're just exposed to so many people and they don't know you, and they're just going to try and tell you what they think is right. They're going to try and tell you not even what they think, but what they really like truly believe is right, and they will say like it's law. And I just learned that regardless of whether or not you're wrong, just make a decision and stick to it. And just like, one of the most important things that I learned is just to support yourself in your decisions and in your beliefs. Like, don't let people tell you that you're wrong if you truly believe you're right. Don't be embarrassed to say something. You could be wrong and it's okay, but just support yourself and don't let people bully you. I'd say learn when and when not to take things at face value. There's some things that are black and white, and there's some things that aren't. I think it's important to just kind of decipher when they are and when they aren't. This can be with people, it can be with traveling, it can be with safety. Just develop this skill. It's a very important skill. One of my favorites, and I'm still working on, and I hope to make a video about this in the future, but it's just learning to shrug off rejection. I'm the type of person who hates being rejected in any way, shape, or form. Like, as something as simple as I sent someone a Snapchat and they opened it and didn't respond, I'm like, tag her. It really hurts me. And I really, over the past year, I won't even say that, over the past like 6 months, I've really been trying to work on that. Not there yet, but hopefully getting better. But just, you know, like, that's life. Rejection is life, and you just gotta experience it so that you can move on. Give in to irrationality sometimes. It's okay to be feeling all these complex emotions, and I say this because when I was traveling, I'd be in like a place that I loved, like Amsterdam or London, and in the middle of it, I'd be like, why am I feeling so annoyed? Or why am I feeling so sad? Why am I feeling just not right, just like upset? And, you know, like, you want to get mad at yourself. You're like, come on, Casey, like, you're in this beautiful place in the world that you've never been. Like, this is somewhere you've always wanted to go. Like, just buck up and be happy. And you can say that, but you're really feeling whatever you're feeling for a reason. I think it's important to just acknowledge that and really try and understand that and not just shrug off your feelings. So even if it feels like you're being irrational by feeling sad randomly, like, embrace that, because it's for a reason. Another one, stay fluid in all that you do. Just flow like water. I think it's so important to stay fluid because there are, again, like so many unexpected things that will happen to you, and it's important just not to get caught up. Like when the plan changes, like you should be able to change with it. Your mindset, you should know what you want the end goal to be, but just kind of recognize that there's multiple paths to get to the same place and be okay when your plan changes. So all of that was supposed to be like one, but that was a lot of stuff. And instead of doing 10 things, I actually only ended up coming up with technically 8, but all that stuff counts. So this video is more than 10 things. I learned that it's okay to be 21 and not know who or what you are. So I went through this whole thing where I was like, oh my god, like what am I doing with my life? Like I don't know what I'm doing in college. I don't know what I'm doing here in general. And I just realized that at 21, you just gotta have goals, you know? Like goals no matter what. Long-term goals, short-term goals, goals for tomorrow, goals for the day. Just have a freaking goal and stick to it and set new ones and be open to failing at them. And I don't even know, just have some goals and have a plan for achieving them. Make your dreams your goals. Number 5 is learning to let go. I think that's one of the hardest lessons that I'm learning in my young adult life. Learning to let go of people, mindsets, places that you called home, even maybe people that you called home, friends that you just, I don't know, just like have kind of diverged. It's okay. It may feel like the most intense feeling of loss you've ever experienced, but I think intrinsically you know when to let go, and it might not be easy, but it's healthier for you to just do it, to just let go. Number 6, actually I lied, but this is one of my favorite ones. Everybody should go bungee jumping in Switzerland. I had so much fun. People want to ask me like what that experience was like. My hand is literally shaking thinking about it. It was so crazy. I can't even describe to you. I'm gonna put the video of me bungee jumping in this. Let's just watch it real quick. Jump. Oh god, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I would suggest everyone do it. You literally go in Switzerland because the health standards, like the safety standards that they have to meet are so strict, and I just felt safe. Like the people really knew what they were doing. I think Switzerland's probably like one of the safest places that I would ever feel comfortable bungee jumping. Not that anyone really feels comfortable, but it's the second highest in the world. I have so much to say. Just really quick, like the feeling of bungee jumping, it's literally like you're standing, you don't look down, you like have your arms out, and then they like go like 3, 2, 1, jump, and they like kind of like lift you and let you go, which was helpful to me because I needed a little push, but it was amazing. Like the moment that you go horizontal to literally vertical nosedive, like that's when I screamed. Like I kind of was like, I'm not gonna scream, and then I was literally falling to what I thought was my death, and I was just like, oh my god, it was the rawest scream I've like ever screamed. And then you're just falling for so long that you're like, I'm okay, like I'm not dying, I'm flying. And that feeling is the most amazing thing. So probably one of my favorite memories ever. And just like facing your fear like makes you feel invincible, and I would just suggest that everybody go bungee jumping. So. Okay, so my outro kind of got cut off because my last thing that I learned was a really long, lovely speech about Africa and my time there. I really just basically said I struggled to put it into words a ton of times. So instead of refilming it, I might just make another video about it because that in and of itself could be another video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm going to try and post more on my channel, just trying to be more consistent. And I really just hope that if you guys got something out of it. Comment down below if you've ever done study abroad and what you learned. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. This is Casey Molina, over and out.